Let's be honest, you tell yourself you're looking for love. But what you're really looking for is validation. You want someone to see you, to understand you, to make the gnawing ache inside you finally go quiet. And maybe you've told yourself it's noble. Maybe you've called it connection. But deep down, you know what you seek is not love, it's rescue. You've been carrying this weight for years, that part of you that fears you'll never be chosen, never be enough. And every time you get close to someone, that fear is sitting there, watching from the shadows. You don't want love. You want proof that you are worth loving, and that changes everything. The German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer once said, "We are all chained to the wheel of desire." And desire, he believed, is not noble, it is suffering disguised as hope. He thought love itself was a trick, a bait nature uses to keep the species going. And whether you agree or not, you can't ignore this. Most of us approach relationships not as free, whole beings but as merchants of emptiness, trading affection for reassurance. Imagine two people, both silently hoping the other will fill their void. They meet, they flirt, they fall into that intoxicating first stage where every look feels like a promise. But here's the truth no one tells you. That stage isn't love, it's projection. It's your mind dressing up a stranger in the costume of your salvation. The moment they stop playing the role, the illusion cracks. And that's when the resentment creeps in. Carl Jung once wrote, "The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed." The problem. We want the transformation without the destruction. We want to be seen, but not too deeply, loved, but not truly known. Because if someone truly knew you, every insecurity, every petty jealousy, every impulse you hide behind politeness, would they stay? This is why so many of us sabotage love before it gets real. We claim we want intimacy, but real intimacy demands that we be exposed. And exposure feels like death to the ego. Plato's Symposium gives us a strange but haunting image. Once upon a time, humans were whole, complete beings. Zeus split us in half, condemning us to wander the earth searching for our missing other. It's a beautiful myth, but what if it's not a person we're missing? What if the other half we've been chasing is hidden inside ourselves, buried under years of self-betrayal? Think about it. How many times have you changed yourself just to keep someone from leaving? How many times have you swallowed your truth because you thought love couldn't survive it? Each time you traded authenticity for security, and each time you became less of who you really are. Nietzsche warned of this trap when he said, "The individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. The tribe in love is the unspoken agreement. Don't scare me with your depth, and I won't scare you with mine. Let's keep the performance going, because the performance feels safe. But safe love is a slow death." Here's an uncomfortable truth. You can't truly love someone if you need them to fix you, because the moment they stop fixing you, you'll resent them. And you can be truly loved if you only showing the parts of you you've polished for display. Real love begins where performance dies. Machiavelli, writing about politics, once said it's better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. In relationships, the modern equivalent is this: it's better to be honest than adored if you cannot be both. Because adoration fades when reality appears, but honesty, unvarnished honesty, becomes the soil where real intimacy can grow. You walk into a room where the person you love is sitting. They look up at you and they see everything: your selfishness, your contradictions, your flaws, and they stay. Not because you've hidden those things, but because you've made peace with them yourself. That is the kind of love no illusion can create. But here's the paradox. You can't get there by chasing love. You get there by becoming someone who doesn't need love to feel whole. When you stop grasping, when you stop bargaining your worth for scraps of affection, you create space for the kind of love that is freely given, not extracted like payment. This doesn't mean you become cold or detached. It means you turn your attention inward. You sit with your loneliness instead of outsourcing it. You learn to speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. You become your own missing half. The ancient Stoics believed that you could love deeply without being owned by your love. Epictetus said, "When you kiss your child, whisper to yourself, they may die tomorrow." It sounds brutal, but the point was this: love fully, but without illusion of control. Hold everything and everyone lightly. Most people won't do this. Most will keep chasing the same pattern, the same temporary high, the same performance love. But if you dare to step off that will to stop asking another human being to complete you, you'll find something rarer than romance. You'll find freedom, and here's the final twist: once you no longer need love, that's when you can truly receive it, because then it's not about filling a hole inside you. It's about two whole beings choosing every day to walk together without chains, without masks, without the quiet desperation of needing to be saved. So I'll leave you with this question: if no one ever came to save you, would you finally learn to save yourself? And if you did, what kind of love might finally become possible?